La coraza. Ariete. I've had 4 different words for tank now. Oh, there's 2 of you saying armato. Amarti. How are there this many different variants? I'm gonna have to look myself in case one of you is trying to make me write something rude. As soon as I find Italian in this list, there we go. No, English. Pretty sure, Google, that the English to Italian translation of tank division is not tank division. Come on, you're better than this. What about armoured? Corazzata. I'm going to call it the Division Corazzata. That'll do. And this is going to have medium tanks instead of light tanks. And then what I'm going to start doing is just over time upgrading these units, depending on how much experience they have, to the Corazzata, which is also known as unreadable string. Marvellous. Double Z. Double Z. There we go. Alright, so how many tanks did I have? I have enough for 3 divisions worth. So let's go ahead and upgrade you and you to Corazzata. Does vanilla have historical naming for divisions? Yes, it does. Am I saying that those of you in chat would lie to me for their personal amusement at my expense? Yes. Yes, I absolutely am.
Attento.
Corazzata, you're right. I had it right. There we go. That was a good call. Alright, so heavy tanks. Well, my motorized units are now ready. Did you actually finish all of your industrial? Yes, you did. So we should get a nice amount of industry from Iraq. And if I can beat them before they are able to join any factions, that would be even better. Now, did we lose any territory down here? Not particularly, no. Oh no, we lost Gondar though. But we held on to all of the ports, that's the important thing. New technology, what was this? This was industrial, it is going to be upgraded artillery, because I can't believe I didn't have that already. Thankfully it only takes 38 days, so that should be okay. Second query, can I see what the Soviets have in the border? No, because I don't have the research bonus. which is the other thing I'm going to have to do once the guns are upgraded. I know that we are still a tier behind gun-wise, but I need that research bonus first. Okay, we are going to research... Research bonus. Improved computing machine. Cool. Meanwhile, the British are doing a fairly hefty attack here, which I'm a little bit surprised by. That's a nice justification finished. Guaranteed by Britain, but that, yeah, doesn't matter to me. Go! Iraq has joined the Allies. Germany has declared war on the Soviet Union. Non-aggression pact between Germany and the Soviet Union, a surprising development to begin with, has now, less surprisingly, fallen apart. Germany has attacked, breaking the pact, and returned once again to openly speaking of the Soviet Union as a menace that must be faced for their visions of the future to become a reality. Soviet leadership is less than pleased, but perhaps less shocked by the betrayal than disappointed that they didn't seize upon the opportunity first. Does Iraq have oil? Yes. Not as much as it does nowadays, because most of the oil was discovered post-war, but it does have some. I'm just going to say that you are going to be aggressive. And I will accept the call to arms. And it's actually the Soviets attacking us. Interesting. That's questionable at best. Okay, so we are smashing our way through Iraq. Mosul will fall soon enough. Should be able to take Baghdad pretty quick. Let's just do that. Just take it. Meanwhile, medium tanks we're still building up, but we should also be building up a fair amount of efficiency at this point. Also, we need to upgrade guns. There we go. Do I ever use the merge division button? No. Is there a way to order a support attack without moving province? Yes, there is. If you have the other unit selected, you hold down Control and then right-click. They will support the attack from the other province without actually moving into it. But you do need someone who is moving into it for a normal attack. Alright, Iraq should be about to capitulate. I'm actually surprised that they haven't already. I guess we need to take Basra. Be arranged. Japan have declared war upon the fiddlesticks. We are now at war with the United States. Awesome. Iraq has capitulated. Benito Mussolini has announced the cowardly Iraqi nation could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of Italian forces throughout the country. And of course, the British are in Kuwait. Well, let's put an end to that, shall we? And I'm gonna need, say, 4 of you. The fullback line. Oh god. Not you. You. Is it you?
Pronto.
Oh, it is you.
Comandi.
There. just to make sure they don't try anything sneaky. Meanwhile, factories. We got another one. More military. More tanks. More vroom vrooms. Shaanxi has capitulated. The Shaanxi government has gone into exile and the main forces have capitulated to Japan. Good. So Japan is actually making fairly good progress through China right now. And I think their acquisition of Southeast Asia, Thailand, or Vietnam will have helped. Meanwhile, the British attack on my Balearic province might actually succeed for the first time. Which is quite unfortunate. We have another submarine, which I would like to have in a wolf pack of 5. Okay. Do we want to try counterattacking? No, not really. More military factories. More tanks. I'm going to go for a triple line of tanks for now. This war has really heated up. Yeah, it really has, unfortunately. I think we're about to lose this. Which is too bad, because we had a lot of aeroplanes based over there doing a fair amount of damage to their screens. And this guy's put up a hell of a fight. It's just too much. Alright, well, we're about to regain a bunch of aircraft, which I guess we'll just base here. Leave them doing the same job. They're just not going to be able to reach as much of the territory there. Forward observers, finished. It's going to be another doctrine. 2 to go. How the hell is Britain pushing down here? I can't believe that their units are that much better than mine.
Pronto all'azione.
Artillery upgrade. Maybe they are. Because we are pretty far behind. More artillery upgrade, and I have no idea what the other research was. Air doctrine. It's the last one. Let's get it finished. And then we can actually start researching plane doctrines. No, not plane doctrines. Planes! The better version of a plane doctrine. Yeah, the war of attrition against the Soviet Union is going to be brutal, especially once they start being fed equipment from the USA. I am concerned about American forces coming to reinforce in Africa. I was really hoping that we would have beaten the Allies in Africa before the US joined the war. Thankfully, it looks like we do have a pretty strong Japan who can hopefully hold them up in the Pacific. Although America could actually get access through Guangxi if America decides to help the Chinese. I don't know that they necessarily will. Oh, we aren't at war with the Americans. It's only Japan. They've not called us into it. I can use my allied North African airbase. Can I indeed? Yes, I could. Would that be better? Probably. Actually, I'm not sure it is. Yeah, I think it is. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately they finally took it. Okay, I really need Marines. That's yet another thing I need to research. Yay. How many troops does Iran have? Do I want to open another border against the Soviets? Because the thing is, we would need to move really fast, and I don't trust that we will.
Comandi.
Right, where did I want these guys to be defending? What about Turkey? Turkey has even more troops. Iran would be a squishier target.
Sì, signore.
I'm going to upgrade 2 more of my tank divisions. You.
Pronto.
You. I might even just leave you guys training for a bit.
Pronto all'azione.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave you guys on the border here with the Soviets, and that's going to allow me to concentrate my purples into a much smaller area, which I can then use to actually take territory. Which I think might be a good idea. Iran means more coastline to try and defend. Coastline is fine. I mean, I can pump out the hundreds of these cheap templates that I've been doing. Like, I have a whole bunch of them down here that I could just easily reposition somewhere else. So defending territory is not the problem, it's taking it that I've been struggling. Why do I have no recon? I should have 5. You. Oh, you're repairing. And you are also repairing. I feel like you've been out repairing for a really long time. Then again, I could be wrong. Never mind. How are you lot doing? Any more damage? No. Gained a tiny bit of experience since I last checked. Alright, purples, are we ready?
Pronto, signore.
No. And actually, don't want you going from down here. Because that's going to be crossing rivers. And that would be bad. Particularly without submarines. Alright, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of my close air supports. We're going to assign every single one of you to the purples. And we're also going to want some fighters, which you can provide. We could build a couple more tactical bomber units, but those are mostly... Well, no, my tactical bombers are very good. Or rather, they're very reliable. So... let's go ahead and establish another attack bomber flight. Wing, whatever they're called. And we will also assign you to the purples.
Attento. Ordini. Attento.
Oh, all the territory I take here is going to be subject to AI infrastructure. This does not bode well. The fact that Germany has pushed for a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces since the start of this war That's not good. This is when we should be making all of the gains, because the Soviets are only going to get stronger and stronger from here on out. Alright, see if we can take some land. Not a chance. They just have so much better equipment and weaponry than we do. Yeah, I mean, we do have a great economic base, so I'm not too concerned about that. And we are going to be catching up in terms of technology pretty quickly. It's just that we've lost a lot of time because of all the extra doctrines that we've been doing. There really does need to be another, like, naval-only slot. I would really like to finish these 3. So we will. The templates are okay. It's just the equipment that my units use. Like, we're still on 1939 artillery, we're still on 1939 guns. We were on 1934 tanks. That's now upgraded to 41, courtesy of Germany. Our artillery is almost up to date. And we're still on 36 planes. One thing I will do is go to Germany, and I'm going to start lend-leasing you fuel. Because I'm pretty sure that you don't produce any. I'm going to send you 20% of my total fuel production. Considering how I gain 9,000 a day. I'm not importing fuel, am I? Oh, for Pete's sake. That should help. Don't remember if Japan did anything against USSR in historical World War II. Does anyone know? I think they did around Manchukuo. I don't think it was a particularly bloody conflict. I think Japan was mostly focused on China. I will admit, though, I don't know. That's not what was taught here. Iran does place me in contact with Dominion of India, which is like a dual problem. If I go to war with Iran, we're going to get Indian troops flowing in here, and we're going to get Soviet troops flowing down here. I could hold them in Iran. I'm just not convinced that I can take Iran because it is so mountainous. I don't know that it's necessarily in our benefit to open a new front. Manila, capital of the Philippines, has fallen to the Japanese after the withdrawal of its American and Filipino defenders. Well, that's good. Well done, Japan. Oh, it's literally just Manila. Alright. The East Indies haven't fallen to Japan yet either, which is a little bit problematic. Okay, what else can we get? Motorized attack and defense, mechanized attack and defense, infantry attack and defense. I think I'm going to go for Ambrosio. Make our motorized and mechanized better, or infantry. We have more infantry. I think making Guzini better is going to be a better option. And we also need a new focus, which is going to be Air Innovations 2. There we are. Any more medium tanks? We have enough for another 2 divisions. Well, when I say enough, I mean we have enough where it would be reasonable to get 2 more. Ah! Japan wasn't actually at war with the East Indies. Okay then. You're hitting British convoys. Oh, those are Soviet subs. How are we doing in terms of, like, the Atlantic War? Not sure. United States has joined the United Kingdom. We are now at war with the United States. And I'm going to need to buy in some more steel from the Germans. So let's go ahead and do that. Yes, I will accept a non-aggression pact with you, Japan. I have no intention of fighting you whatsoever. Please leave me alone. Belgium's still alive, yeah. They still have the Congo. Because we failed in our task to take Africa away from the British. Like, I'm still kind of surprised that the British put up as big a fight here as they did. Like, I think that Africa is stable. I don't think we're going to lose it anytime soon. But now America's industry is starting to wake up, so ticking time bomb and all that. Yes, I will accept non-aggression pacts with all of them. Japan has a border with India. That's very good. That's going to be putting a lot of pressure on the British Raj.
Si, signore.
Alright. Time to take some drastic action.
Comandi.